I have a question for the men, specifically men who date older women. Okay, like a younger man, and you're interested in an older woman. What is the reason why you would rather date somebody that is older than you and not somebody younger than you or your age?
I'ma eat it.
People need to start getting asked to be set up.
It is truly, like we were saying before, like the most human thing.
So I made this bet with my boss like a couple years ago, and I've now added my best friend, her husband, and a couple other friends. But I feel like I'm just going to open it up to the general public because I'm good for it. So the bet/offer is if you introduce me to my husband and I marry him, I will give you $5,000. I don't have to stay married to him for long. I can get divorced in 20 years. It doesn't matter. But if you introduce me to a man that I walk down the aisle and get married to, I will give you $5,000. My DMs are open.
Okay, let's talk about this. So, I'm offering a $5,000 referral bonus to anyone who finds me a husband. Yes, the video you just saw, that is her. That is who the New York Post wrote about. So, here's my thing. This is what men keep telling us. We want to say that they're being mean and bashing women. When they tell us that you will hit the wall, once you enter your mid-30s, they are not lying. This is what we need to realize. When a man gets married, most of the time he wants to build a family with that woman. There's off situations where that may not be the case, but a majority of the time, when you come together with a spouse, you want to build a family together. It's very hard for women over 35 to naturally bear children. That's not hearsay. That's not an opinion. That is pure facts. That is science. So when men keep telling us about hitting the wall, this is a prime example. Nowadays, women want to prioritize careers over family. And now they realize they're going to be lonely.
Damn. Women are finally starting to understand what's going on, and I'm so happy this is a woman explaining it and not a man. They're waking up. We've been telling them this for years. They thought we were trying to humble them, disrespect them. They finally now know it's the truth. This woman's offering $5,000 for a man to find her somebody that can potentially be a husband, or even a woman, anybody that can bring her or find her a husband will get $5,000. Crazy. And this is the situation that they're in, and this is what happens when you're over 35 and still listening to these poor advice from other women. It's crazy.
Tell them to bring me my money.
And when older black women try to give me advice, I ask them a few questions. Is you married? If the answer is no, I hang up on them. How many kids you got? What do your kids have to say about you as a mother? No, I don't want to hear it from you. I want to talk to them directly. If I can't talk to your kids directly, then you have no advice to give me. A lot of y'all be fucking up with y'all kids and y'all want to try and give somebody else advice. You ain't about to fuck me up the way you fucked up your kids. It's not fucking happening. You they mama, not mine. Them older women that be 45 plus talking about all these men, hang up on you. Oops, sorry, you said what? Huh? Click. I have no conversation for you. Them older black women that be like, oh, you just young, you gotta keep on living. Hang up on you. Because as far as I'm concerned, sweetheart, you've never lived. You've never experienced nothing. You've gone through nothing but cycles your entire life, getting out of nothing. You've passed absolutely no test. I keep telling y'all, just because these old women is old women, they think that they got the right to give somebody advice. You have the right to pick and choose who gives you advice as a young person. You can look at an older person's life and say, hey, you know what? I don't want to learn anything from you because your life is showing me what I should not do. And that right there is enough. Your words mean absolutely nothing to me. Sometimes you gotta clock these older people teeth because a lot of y'all failed us. Y'all complain about us, but you failed us. So now I don't want to hear what you have to say unless you meet my standards. If I can look at your life and say, wow, I would love to be like you when I get older, then yes, I will take your advice. Otherwise, shut up.
Yeah!
I'm 53. And I just can't believe that I'm sitting here and it has been several years. I think it was over a year that I had a date, and then it's been several years since then. Where are all the good men? I'm tired of being alone. I want to share my life with someone. I am just freaking tired. I want to be in love. I want to share my life with someone. I want to feel the joys. I want to have my hands held. I want to be held. I want to kiss. I want to support. I want to make coffee with that person. I want my person. I want my person.
Married man here. I admire people who can cry on cue. You gotta put your makeup on, sit in the car. You gotta find a spot that's not too loud, so the lighting is right. You gotta press record and make sure your tear right there in the crack of your eye. And then you cry and tell your story. I'm an actor and I have a hard time doing that. But I will say this, it's just a little bit harder when you wait late and you got a lot of luggage in your hand. And as my dad says, in order to live, you gotta give. That's what he told me. He said, in order to live, you gotta give, meaning you gotta give up something to get the life you want. And if you wait till you in half 100 to start finding love, you're gonna get them leftovers.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
Single women in their 40s, what are we doing to meet men? What are we doing? How are we doing it? Can anyone help me? Because I need all the help I can get. Apps here in Australia, Gold Coast, nope, not a thing. So how are we doing it? Please help me, because I'm just, I don't know, am I going to be single forever at this rate? I feel like it. So single ladies over 40, what are we doing? Help a mama out.
Right?
Check this goofiness out.
Men, a lot of y'all gonna end up single and alone.
Oh, really? Ma'am, you know we don't care, right? You see, y'all keep trying to project. You think we're built like you, but we're not. For the past 20 years, men have chosen not to get married. That's why women can't get married. You see, there's a big difference between not wanting to and not being wanted. And guess what? When we decided to walk away, we knew we'd be alone. But here's the part y'all miss. Being alone isn't the same as being lonely. Men like peace. Y'all fear silence. Big difference.
Let's go home! Let's go home, ladies and gentlemen! Let's go home! Let's go! Most women think we're still alike. They only more or less realize when they become older. This woman's obviously trying to be guilty and trying to guilt trip the men with a saying that we care about being alone. We don't care. And they want a man to come and be wealthy, have all these good traits. How is he gonna build up these good traits unless he does it alone? Because I'm sure they don't want a man to come into their life and have another woman, so he has to be alone anyways. It's crazy. So a lot of these women are trying to cope. They're trying to stir the younger women to go down the wrong way because it never works out for them.
We got stop all day, bro. We got stop. Sheesh.
It don't matter how old a man gets, he's always gonna have options. Younger, finer, fitter, willing, but they wasted all their time telling all these good men, oh no, you're not my type, and I need a man that's gonna do all this stuff for me. You too broke for me. Y'all brag about the fact that y'all don't cook. You brag about the fact that you're not cleaning for nobody. You brag about the fact that you're selfish. You brag about all these things that are contrary to what a man wants. What happens is they start approaching that wall. Once they are approaching that wall, or once they hit it, they already got kids. They're not in their prime anymore. And then they get frustrated. They try to convert other women and try to convince other women that they also don't need men because now they no longer qualify. Now what are you left with? You're broken, used, washed up, your self-worth, your dignity, all of that done gone. Now what you gonna do? You love talking about yourself and you could do bad all by yourself and it's all about me and because I'm the prize. Where are your results then? If you the prize, who the prize winner? If you the prize, where is the collector of the prize?
I love these games. That wall hits you, ladies, it's going to hit hard and it's going to hurt and you're going to be bitter and you're going to hate Kevin Samuels. You're going to hate Andrew Tate. You're going to hate Roland Tomasi. You're going to hate Michael Sartain. You're going to hate Black Ice. You're going to hate Glenn Lawrence. You're going to hate Pearl. You're going to hate Fresh and Fit. You're going to hate us. You're going to say the same thing that everybody no, we told you literally because I picked them out. I said, my God, I feel bad for the guy that's going to end up with her. And it was the prettiest girl in school. It was a cheerleader. It was the Who's Who club. And now I look at him and I'm like, whoa, you're alone. What happened?
I was like, man, this is like kind of good. I ain't even gonna lie.
Did y'all know that us as women are more valuable in our 20s than we are in our 30s, 40s, 50s, and on? We lose value as we get older. But the kicker is men become more valuable the older they get. Y'all know that? Yeah.
Sensational.